My name is Blake Ritson and I play Riario, or otherwise known by his full title as Lord Girolamo Riario, Count and Captain General of the Holy Roman Church, nephew of His Holiness Pope Sixtus IV. So I play Riario, who I suppose is the primary antagonist of the piece. I mean, you could say he's the villain. I think of, in my head, he's much more of an anti-hero than a villain. And I'm sure in his head, he's very much the hero. Just because he's driven by such a very pure desire. I mean, he's kind of like a crusader. He's this kind of soldier of God who's on this mission to right wrongs and save humanity and specifically save Florence from the irreligious types that now run it, and to kind of expand the empire of the Papal States. And to do this, he thinks that the Book of Leaves, this mythical Holy Grail, is the key to everything, and also to enlist Leonardo da Vinci. So these are his two kind of big quests for the series. The show is set in Florence, largely, in about the year 1477, and it's about Leonardo da Vinci as a young, energetic man, as he struggles to come to terms with who he is, and falls in love and tries to find a patron, and he's in search for the mythical Book of Leaves. And in the background to all this, there's this terrible conflict simmering away between the Papal States of Rome and Florence, and this looming spectre of war on the horizon. I think everyone thinks of Leonardo as this quintessential Renaissance man, this kind of polymath genius who's an anatomist, artist, scientist, war engineer. But I certainly had an image of him as this rather somber, sagely venerable being, and I think that's largely because there's only one known self-portrait, which was, I think, about 1512, which is this very beautiful red chalk image of when he was about 60. And what this show kind of explodes is it has him as a young, virile, exuberant man as he's kind of struggling with literally his demons and the kind of chaos and anarchy that's kind of threatening to consume him. So it's a very different Leonardo. This is how he gets to be the old, wise genius. My character first comes in contact with Leonardo da Vinci in a feast that's an official banquet that's laid on by Lorenzo Medici for my state visit in his palace. And at the end of that feast, I go in search of da Vinci because he has something that I want. And it's a great scene where it starts with me just wanting this artifact. And by the end of it, this scene, I've decided I absolutely want him as my ally. I want him on my side. So during the course of the scene, I go from flattering him to blackmailing him to bribing him to trying to befriend him. There's a lot going on in the trajectory of this one scene. And it's a complex relationship with Leonardo. There's a kind of mutual admiration, I think, which kind of grudgingly sneaks in. I think the thing about having David Goyer on board is because of his wealth of experience with the whole kind of Batman franchise, Man of Steel and Blade, he's just kind of incredible at doing mythology of characters. Everything just kind of, there's wonderful twists and turns. He's got such a kind of deep, complex understanding of each of the characters. I mean, he has this encyclopedic knowledge. I remember meeting him for the first time and he was letting me into all twists and turns that are going to be happening in season 3 and 4, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I think it just, all the characters just have an instantly kind of iconic feel. That's what he kind of brings to it. It's a joy working with Tom. I knew him a little bit already, and he's singularly talented, and he's very witty, and he's very good fun, and it's a joy. I always look forward to our scenes together. And it's good because, you know, I think Riario, deep down, he likes and he respects Leonardo. That bit's quite